everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Some serious pride on the line in this contest as these two divisional rivals take the field together for the first time this season. Almost a playoff atmosphere surrounding the game between these two bitter opponents. It's the Seahawks going up against the Rams. Now, for the first time since December 24th, 1994, it's time for a Los Angeles Rams home game. And here to call it are our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, we haven't had NFL football in this city for 22 years, but football is back here in Los Angeles. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. It did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to... Here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. Tyler Lockett now with a return. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their 5'11 quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State, and that's Russell Wilson.
He's always been an incredible decision maker on the field. Takes care of the ball really well, puts his team in the right positions, makes sure the play calls are accurate. Also was a minor league baseball player. Didn't hit very well there. I think he made a great career choice picking football.
So the defense flinches, contact made, and the 5-yard penalty ensues.
Encroachment. Defense. Still first down.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They go play action here on first down. He hits Jermaine Kearse. 20, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Jermaine Kearse, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and trying to keep him in front. If you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes,
bye-bye.
He just takes off and goes, and I think that's what we just saw there.
So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their 28-year-old quarterback, Case Keenum.
Got an opportunity to start down the stretch for the St. Louis Rams in 2015. 3-1 as a starter down the stretch for them, and they really like his potential. Put up Madden-style numbers when he was a starting quarterback at the University of Houston.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. All right, now, look at Good. Leopard. Watch out.
And a first carry of the game here for Trey Mason. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, but they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They'll run here with Mason, and he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, the all-pro returner from 2015, Tyler Lockett. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1 play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1 play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Following the penalty, it's Rawls. And a nifty little deke juke spin move. Not a great deal there on the back end, but a nice gain still.
The emergence of Thomas Rawls out of Central Michigan, chalk one up for the scouting department of the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, last year averaged 5.6 yards per attempt. Most of the NFL, of course, then he had that nasty ankle injury.
Well, he's back healthy and looking like the Thomas Rawls we saw in 2015.
They'll run the option left. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. So Wilson will head to the sideline, and on comes Steven Hauschka for the field goal. This is an easy one, 23-yarder.
To me, that's a superior play by the backer because he was allowed to, I think, run free on it and make that play. His defensive linemen, they covered things down for him because offensive guys, the linemen, what they're trying to do, as you know, is block the guy at the point of attack and then climb to the next level and get the linebacker. When you're not allowed to climb, you got a free hitter, and that's what we saw there, and a really nice play resulted for them.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he is down deep into Seattle territory.
Holding offense.
That's it, baby. That's it.
And a long way to go for the offense here on 2nd down.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down. Now let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Keenum. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. And we introduce you to these starters now, and Tavon Austin, a man who really doesn't need any introduction anymore in this league.
He did it all when he's at the University of West Virginia. Played wide receiver, slot, returned kicks, even lined up a tailback and ran for over 300 yards. All of those talents will be on display in this game.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Returnable for Lockett. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Doug Baldwin, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. And this will be a touchback, and as we saw in week 1, the new rule, this one coming out to the 25-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right. All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his 3rd catch here in the first quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The Seahawks, here's their defensive lineup.
When you say the name Richard Sherman, you get a wide variety of reactions. All I know is that when I watch him play, very few false steps, an excellent understanding of what offenses are trying to do.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Keenum now on the keeper. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Smart approach there, using the run to pick up the first. And that was a defensive setup they prepared for this week, knowing that keeping it on the ground was the best way to attack it.
And that means also that they're able to read them pretty well. All the things they prepared for, when they get to the line of scrimmage, they see it in pre-snap recognition and know exactly how to attack based on their planning and preparation.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And, Charles, we get a look here at the key inactives, and I tell you what, a big list for being this early in the season.
If there's any silver lining at all, you're hoping you can get these guys back, and now you'll play well down the stretch with them. But what you're also hoping is that the guys who have to play for them, the next man up mentality kicks in, and those guys take care of business. It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion. On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
From midfield, here's Keenum. Rolling to his left. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. He was looking to get it to Kenny Britt that time. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
A nickel look by Seattle on 3rd down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped, altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for L.A. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's Rawls. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
So 3rd and inches, trying to pick it up the middle. He had nowhere to go, tackled for a loss.
And you know how we talk about double A-gap pressure, meaning linebackers going in the gap between the center and the guard on either side?
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Now Austin. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Good use of the pass there to pick up the 1st down against a defensive look that they had specifically prepared for, they told us, coming into this one.
Certainly seems like they're holding all the right cards now, doesn't it? Because of their preparation. Went back, watched the tape, studied the tendencies, and they feel like they had them down cold, and they were able to use the pass against them.
Fresh set of downs here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Hey, we are. Here we go. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you? Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
Throwing on third down, Keenum. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
First down, this is Rawls. Penalty marker is down here, and he'll be taken down at the 34.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. And they'll give it to him here. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one. Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
The pigskin on the 7-yard line now. It's first and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
And thus far in this NFL season, no touchdown scored for him, and he's not going to get it on that play either.
Second and goal. There's still a decent chunk of yardage here. They're on the 8. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Thomas Rawls, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Rams Rams getting set to go now. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking, but you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now. They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
4 down, check. 4 down.
On 2nd down, Rawls. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. So 2nd down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd. On 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse. And it'll be 4th down. Here's John Ryan now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Here's Austin, and there's a flag on the play.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down.
Green, 39.
Back to the air. Keenum on 2nd down. Caught here left side by Britt. And he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Mason. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The tackle made by K.J. Wright. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a feeling those highlights will be pretty one-sided, too.
Yeah, I think you're right, partner. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And he's got his tight end. This is Luke Wilson. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And you would have to think an obvious passing situation here on 3rd and 9. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key 1st down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. The grab made by Kearse over the middle. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. A big play there just before halftime. 47 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Here's Wilson. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
And Hauschka's kick is good, and that will extend the lead out to 24. So 3 points is the outcome, but probably not what they're looking for given the drive that they were on.
Yeah, things were looking good. You had it 1st and goal, but then the offense sputters a bit, and they're forced to settle for a field goal.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. Oh, nice move. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So we've come upon halftime with a visiting seat. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They come up in an offset eye. Keenum to throw on second down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
Again, they'll throw with Keenum. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. And this week, as the numbers show, just not as crisp. I don't know what it is, arm strength or what, but just not the same as last week, right?
One of the things we noticed last week was the ability to look off defenders. You know, look in one direction to set them up, move them in that spot, and then come back in the opposite direction and hit open receivers. Today, what we're seeing is him just kind of locking on to people. Okay, here it is. I'm just going to throw it. Maybe he has just too much confidence in his arm. For whatever reason, not nearly as sharp or crisp as we saw in the game last week.
Yeah, absolutely.
Check. 4 down. Hurry up. Here we go.
On first down, Keenum. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Now they run. It's Mason. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
First touch of the game here for Benny Cunningham. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Keenum on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now you can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
That's caught at the 2. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Here's Keenum, and it is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. A look at the offense now here coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They go again with Rawls. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
As a guy carrying the ball, your eyes are going to direct your feet, and you're hoping they carry you to the open spaces. But it's awfully difficult at times because you have so many things you have to look out for. Where's the line blocking? Where's the traffic coming from? Tough to find open spots.
Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on fourth down. Here's John Ryan now as he's on to punt for Seattle.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Taken right around the 44. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. but you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the nowhere to go. Here he lost the football. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
On first down, Wilson throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Old school defensive tackle play dictated just stood up and danced with the guy in front of you, and if a guy came near, tackle him. New school, you don't want to just dance. You want to get past it, get upfield, and make the play in the backfield. A big-time play there.
Going to Rawls on the dump-off. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that you're not really focused on it.
Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Snickers. You're off your game when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back now in Los Angeles. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Hauschka's kick is good, and that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? On the screen, this is Mason. And he's brought down after a good gain. He got 29 yards that time.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Here's Keenum. That's complete. It's Brian Quick. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. And quickly, they get to the line. On 1st and 10, here's Keenum. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. And on 2nd and 10 now.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Now Keenum forced out to his left. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. And when he started rolling left there as a right-handed quarterback, I thought, boy, this third down play is going nowhere. But credit to him, able to pick up the first.
And all you righties who are watching the game at home, get out of your chair, get off the couch, move to your left, and then rifle one. He may leave a hole in the wall, as you'll have to explain later, but you'll see how difficult that throw actually was.
And he's back here in the struggle department in this one like he was a week ago. And, partner, I think you can pin some of this on that O-line. That room to run, just not there.
You mentioned last week that it felt like the offensive line was getting beaten to the punch by the guys across the ball.
Well, it was pretty evident, I thought.
I mean, they were off the ball fast, penetrating, getting into the offensive backfield, really spilling a lot of runs before they got started. So I thought your observation was spot on then, and you're right there again this week. Same thing is happening, not able to get started because they're not able to control the point of attack. Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this?
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cassius Marsh able to get in and run him down for what will be a loss of 15 yards. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Aaron Donald weighs nearly 300 pounds. But he does have the ability to make himself skinny in a hole, which means it's hard to block him. And that's how he gets upfield and makes the plays we just saw.
There goes Thomas Rawls. He's at the 40. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big run that time by Rawls. 59 yards on the ground. And now a first down following that long gain.
Hey, boys, got 4 down.
On the carry, Michael. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
They run again with Michael. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
They'll run it here with Michael. And he's brought down after a good gain. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, you know what they say about the best laid plans, partner. I mean, this one was totally foiled. They played for the pass. The idea was if you want to run it, that's fine. We'll rally up and make the tackle. Except they didn't get it done.
Yeah, 3rd and long, and a big run there. How about that? It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive. And when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. 3rd and 2. Now Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Nick Vanette, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Seahawks are running away with this one.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing, too.
No, she's at least...
She's on, like, the 5th tune at this point.
She left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
The Seattle defense getting set to go. And last time, no points surrendered, almost. I mean, the ball was in the red zone. Bottom line, though, they got the stop. They'll be looking to do that once more.
And you know they trotted back out there with energy, because after you get a 4th down stop and give up no points in a situation where you expect to give up something, you feel so good about yourself and the guy playing next to you as well. That leads you to playing pretty well the rest of the game.
And we'll see if they can play well again here and get another stop. Keenum now on first down. Looking for Brett, intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. They stay on the ground, rolls again. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Tyler Lockett was the target there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. And the Seahawks defense heads back out there now. They have played a really good game. They're just looking for one final stop here and celebrate this victory.
And if you're on offense...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Stays on his feet. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the Pro Bowl cornerback, Richard Sherman.
Well, you're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he cuts it out to the sideline. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big run that time by Rawls. 47 yards. Big run here in the fourth as they continue to wear down this defense.
And that's when the offensive line coach clicks onto the headset and says, head coach, offense coordinator, let my guys fire out and hit people. We're wearing them down. Let's finish them off with the running game.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
And his kick is good.